Champions of the Future headed to Denmark for their fourth and penultimate round of the series at the Rødby karting ring, and in time qualifying for the senior category, it was Roman Kamyab who found himself on pole position with a 49.977.
It was very good, a little bit stressful because I only got my lap on the last lap. I was in quite a busy group of people and had to judge the gap, but it worked out well.
Going into the qualifying heats on the first day of racing, it saw Zac Drummond, Kenzo Craigie, Roman Kamyab and Thomas Pradier taking the wins, 2 for Kenzo Craigie and 2 for Roman Kamyab as they got ready for their racing on Friday. Going into the second day of racing, Micallef would take his first win of the weekend in the 7th heat overall. Kenzo Craigie and Thibaut Ramaekers once again putting their karts at the front end of the field, and Ramaekers claiming his first win of the weekend as well. Pesl once more would see another new race winner in the form of Heat 10, ahead of Thomas Pradier, Kenzo Craigie, Roman Kamyab and Noah Wolf, who would all end their days with good results, but the drama would strike right at the end of the day. Noah Wolf taking the win in that last race, but it was Kenzo Craigie who would suffer the most. After 4 wins over the course of the day, he would only suffer with a 2nd overall in the intermediate classification. It would be Thomas Pradier, Kenzo Craigie, Roman Kamyab, Jindrich Pesl and Thibaut Ramaekers rounding out the top 5 going in to the finals and superheats on Saturday.
I'm really good this weekend. I have the speed, strong results for the moment. We will see the next heat and keep pushing for tomorrow.
With a hectic day on Friday, the OK Senior Grid headed into their superheats and finals day on Saturday at the Rødby karting ring. Going in to the first superheat, Roman Kamyab would deliver a superb win, going away with 90 intermediate classification points to his name ahead of Thibaut Ramaekers and Oliver Kinmark. Christian Kostoya did have a good race, the championship leader getting up inside the top 4 and finishing ahead of Thomas Pradier. Going into the second round of qualifying heats, it would be a similar story for some of the drivers in the championship fight. Kenzo Craigie would deliver a solid race win, with Jacopo Martinez jumping up 8 places to finish in 2nd in his superheat. Lev Krutoholov and Zac Drummond finishing well inside the top 5 ahead of Davide Battaro. But going into those finals, it would be Kenzo Craigie leading the points with 320 to his name, ahead of Roman Kamyab, Thomas Pradier, Thibaut Ramaekers and Lev Krutoholov, who would round out the top 5 going into the final in Rødby. The lights are out. It is lights out and fights on in the senior category, and it's a solid start for Kenzo Craigie. He's under no pressure from the rest of the field. There you can see Ramaekers holding on to 2nd place, and there is the Tony Kart machine of, I think, Thomas Pradier, who's holding on to 3rd place, and there's drama in the background. Multiple karts spat off on the side of the circuit, and I hate to say it, Zac Drummond's one of them. Oliver Kinmark is another. You've got the Louis Cochet as one. Christian Kostoya is one of them as well. And Sebastiano Pavan, the championship leader, is potentially out of the penultimate final of the 2025 season.
I was just going to say, we'll hold fire because we got caught out by a transponder before, but now I think, yes, Kostoya is in trouble in this one. Kenzo Craigie's gone. Kenzo Craigie's hit the start of this race. Adolf in the background is one of the chaos. It's Micallef who's had problems. There's been another incident out there, and it's the 222 of Rasmussen who's in one of the drivers in trouble. The 232 in the junior category 2 years ago. And here's Joe Turney on the move. Joe Turney goes past Jacopo Martinez. The door, championship-wise now, Anthony, is wide open. Kostoya will leave Rødby, having dominated at Viterbo, as that's a move from Pradier up to 3rd place past Ramaekers. Kamyab's gone through as well, up to 2nd place.
That is a huge change of affairs between the two of them. Down the inside, changes here. Moving up through the field is Daniel Kelleher.
Boris
Lysen.
Lysen out of this final. It's had a really good week. 56 of Marco Gast. Marco Gast on home soil will hope for better luck next week. In the next couple of laps, we're looking at a 49.89, and there goes Pradier down the inside. Oh, lovely stuff from the French driver there. Takes Kamyab's 2nd place away.
don't think they're circulating anymore.
Just to note, Zac Drummond is still running, by the way, towards the back of the field, but is running. Wolf down the inside, takes 7th place away from Davide Battaro. That's set a bit of new pace now.
There is your virtual championship at the moment. We mentioned that earlier. Kenzo Craigie, 264 Costoya, cannot lose anymore. He's out of the race.
He can't lose anymore. This is also going to be another little challenge mentally for Kenzo Craigie. Of course, he will want to win this race. It's a big race. It's on the international scene. He wants to prove himself. 3rd place battle, Roman Kamyab, Thibaut Ramaekers. What can Ramaekers do about this? Well, that's what he could do. Ramaekers down the inside.
Having to attack and defend at the same time, albeit, though, well, Kamyab's going to send it back down the inside. Thank you very much, says Roman Kamyab. And I think, thank you very much, says Daniel Kelleher, because, well, Ramaekers putting his Ramaekers to his name, but Daniel Kelleher capitalises the most on that one. 2 for 1 for the Irishman. He steps up into 3rd place.
Daniel Kelleher, you super boy. That was brilliant stuff from the Irishman, and it's great stuff again between Kamyab and Ramaekers. Kamyab back into 4th place. But Craigie just keeps hitting these 18.7s in Sector 3. Why is that important? It means he doesn't have to worry too much about giving Pradier a slipstream through the fastest part of the circuit. Pradier does slightly catch through Sectors 1 and 2, but he's simply not quick enough through Sector 3.
Let's see what happens for Pradier. He is looking for his first podium of the season right now in 2nd place. Could he potentially make it a P1 across the line? But I don't think he will. The last major overtaking opportunities have come and gone. And for Kenzo Craigie, for the United Kingdom and Prema Racing's looking for his first final win in 2025. Across the line, it is Kenzo Craigie. He wins in Rødby, Denmark, and the young Briton can now celebrate going into the final round as championship leader.
Yeah, it's been a great weekend from the get-go. You know, dialing in the setup for quali, for pole was the most important thing, and then trying to be as consistent as possible during the heat. One unfortunate heat, but still P2 overall for today, and then one R Super Heat, which passed on pole for the final, and then yeah, just trying to keep my head down and conserve the tyres as much as possible.
With all the races done, the field now heads to the final round in Kristianstad with a brand new championship leader. Kenzo Craigie for the United Kingdom and Prema Racing heads there with a 14-point lead ahead of now Christian Costoya. But the fight isn't over yet, with one more round to go in Sweden.